Okay, upper body focus. For this, we need your waist bucket filled with some rocks. Because remember, we're working for a minute. We need your stick or my P&W bars here. I'm going to need my little sliders. I've made a little upside down bike ergometer with my Yeti 150. So we're going to use that. So turn your bike upside down. I got my seat on low. And let's see, we're going to use some double tubes from the little tube setup that I showed you earlier for some curls. And then we've got our small water bottles. I think that does it. We'll need a door too. Okay, so 1 minute worth of work. I got my little handy timer here. Push-ups are first. Let's go. So go slow. So if we go 3 seconds up, 3 seconds down, we got 12 reps to do. Make sure your form is good. If you cannot continue with your knees straight, then simply go down onto your knees. Elbows go back and down, so almost 45 degrees out. Ladies, I know you like to go elbows out, but we need to go elbows back at 45. My chin and my nose will essentially touch at the same time. If you cannot do a full push-up, do a modified push-up. All the while my core is engaged, holding me as straight as a plank. This is really a push-up, just an active plank, which is why they're so good. Oh yeah, 1 minute of work. This will smoke you. Okay. And all we do for one is we go right next. So as soon as you set up, you go, okay? So here I go. I got my little waist bucket. I cut some little edges into it so my bars are here. And now I'll start my 1 minute. We're gonna go into a nice, I don't know why that keep going, row. Notice I got a good hip hinge. My shins are vertical. My glutes are holding me here. My upper spine is flat. So is my lumbar spine. I'm pulling to the same spot that my elbows went in my push-ups. Pulling up with my elbows. You can do these with 2 buckets if you want as well. I would just suggest standing on something just to elevate you a little bit to give you a little more range of motion. But this works great. Remember, you can use a broom handle, a stick, a closet rod, anything that's straight, just like such. When you look in a mirror too, notice if you're doing something like that. And finished. Good. Okay, now we go cardboard sliders. Get out your sliders. You want a challenge? You got one right here. These are quick. And again, we got an active plank going on. Static upper body, dynamic lower body. Abs are holding you here while your legs use that stability to move through your hips. Normal breathing. If you're on wood floor, use your socks so you don't scratch your floor. Make sure we're good here. About halfway. These are hard, people. It's gonna get your heart rate up too. Big time. 10. Lots of chest, shoulders. It's hard, man. Excellent. Okay, now we go. Hush. How do I make you stop? I don't know. Oh, we swipe it. Okay. Thank you, important son. Okay, so let's go side plank with knee and elbow touches. So we're gonna do 30 seconds of each, okay, on that? So I gotta put this down here so I know what I'm doing. We're gonna go side plank. What did I say? Side plank. Knee and elbow touches. Okay. So I'm going here to here. Good side plank position. You can use, ooh, I wish I put something under my elbow. Ooh, mama. The trick on this is staying up. If you need to, go 90 degrees on your bottom knee, and you can go here, okay? And one more, switch. Hard part, of course, is keeping the hip high. My head and my face are in alignment. My ears are in alignment with my shoulder. Oh yeah, mama. Oh. Bike tube, downhill position presses, single arm. So we switch, and we're doing one at a time. So take your door, close it, take this, fling it up in there, close your door. Start my timer. We go 30 seconds each. Woo. Okay, find that tension. Good, stable position, neutral spine. Head's neutral, chin tucked. Reach to the ceiling with the crown of your head. We're pushing out. You should be breathing hard. Should be hard right now. Remember, 30 seconds. Doing 30 each. And that's 30 each. Okay, notice this cool part about having a grip tied in here is I can work just like I have a normal handle, cable machine handle, without having one. Breathing through this lower part of your rib cage, not up here, right here. Expanding outward, not forward necessarily, but outward with those ribs. And stop. Good job. Swipe upward, says my son. So there we go. Okay, we got double tubes from the top. So now, open your door. We're up top. Slide those bad boys in. Always test them first. Make sure that they're there. Okay, same thing with our hands. I lean back a little bit. Now we're pulling. And just like we did before in the push-ups and the rows, my elbows are going in the same 45-degree orientation to get a really good squeeze of my back musculature. Pull down with the shoulder blades. They come together, but they also come down, like you're trying to pull the bottom of your scapula into your back pockets. Notice though, I'm not arching to do it. My thorax, my rib cage, stays in the same position. Yeah. My challenge to you is to breathe normally without tying it to any of the movement that we're doing. Just like you would downhilling. You're not going to time it at all because you can't. You can get into a breathing rhythm, which I suggest, by the way. Good. At any one point. Okay, and then we go water bottle, lateral raises. So you can take a smaller water bottle too. You can take a soup can, whatever works, okay? From here, I'm gonna make sure I start my clock. We're gonna go here, down, like I'm dumping water out the back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Head is neutral, don't get here, and work. We're gonna work in this middle range for the deltoids, okay? This way. Notice I'm not out front, I'm right out to the side. The tendency as you get tired is to get out here, so stay here. Chin is tucked in, don't get like this. Okay, shoulder blades are still pinned. Notice how that stability lets your rotator cuff work. By now, whew, I just got back from a ride, so these are burning. Come on, man, 15 seconds. Oh. Don't lose posture. You can move, but don't lose posture. Come on. Oh. Yeah. It is Did you hear it? 1 second. Okay, bike arm ergometer, check this out. Gently step on your rear brake with your heel. Okay, rear brake with your heel. And we're going here. Get that little tension going with your rear brake, and you can modify that tension with your heel. I'm sitting back onto my tire just to give myself a little more stability so it's easier to maintain. Come on. You can take your tire off too if you want to get a little different positioning, and you can tell I'm making this thing hard. Yeah, come on. Use your scapulas, use your biceps, use your triceps. If you have a weaker side, work that weaker side harder. And if you're like me, you're going to forget to start the stopwatch, which I did. So I'm going to say that's been a minute. Oh, biker ergometer, check that out. Then we're going to go double tube curls. Oh, they're over here. Okay. So we just take our little invention, we step on them. Make sure we're equal tension. Shuffle over to press start. And bicep curls, which after doing that, man, this is hard. Now, you can tell my range is a little limited. So I'm going to grab down a little bit, step away from it a little bit, so I can have, no, I can't. You're going to have to fiddle with your range based off of the tension. These are a little worn now, but it's okay. We can work through this middle to what we call external range, which is the end range of motion. Notice my posture. Notice my breathing. Folks, this is an interval. This is a 10-minute interval of constant tension, which is exactly what an enduro or a downhill run is, for example. You're under constant tension. Mountain biking in general, 10 seconds. My arms are about to blow up. Holy smokes. Gun show, baby. Come on. Here we go. Okay, we're gonna go kickbacks. So let's use our bigger ones, or at least you choose what you want. If you're choosing bigger, squeeze harder. Kick back, good downhill position. Back flat, good hip hinge. Straight back. Gosh darn it. Start. Tighten the water bottle so it doesn't leak. Obviously you can fill old water bottles in both of these with sand, just like you can with your bucket or your Home Depot, and not to excuse Lowe's, your Lowe's bucket. Okay, real good squeezes at the top. Notice that my triceps, my upper arms, are in the same plane as my entire body. Okay, they're not moving. My shoulder blades are squeezed together. Remember, the tricep attaches, there's 3 of them. One of them, the biggest one, attaches to the scapula. That's why it's important to stabilize the scapula, and why the tricep, for those of you with shoulder issues, clavicles, etc., going through rehab, you have to strengthen your biceps and your triceps. In fact, if you're fresh off of a surgery, you can do bicep tricep work, light bicep tricep work, even isometric, to help strengthen that shoulder joint. Okay, 10 minutes, 10 exercises. Swipe up. Upper body, focus. So you can do this, say after a ride, for example, come home, bust out 10 minutes upper body, do this a couple times a week, and you can do the same thing with the lower body as well. Manage your rest, make sure that you're physically capable of doing them well, because form is numero uno, and hang in there, because we're going to do the lower body coming up next.